Today we're going to be putting on the new steering wheel that I have for the 240, since you can already see that mine has a six-pack. The steering wheel I'm going to be going with today is from Nonstop Tuning. I got it while I was at Formula Drift in St. Louis. They had a nice little table set up. I was checking everything out that they had. They had a good deal going on, so it was the steering wheel, the quick release, and the hub for $200, and I felt like I just couldn't pass that up. Figured I'd give it a try. It seems to be made with quality, so we're gonna go ahead and put it in and see how it looks. All right, so first things first when working on the steering wheel, you wanna go ahead and disconnect the battery, which I just completely disconnected it just to be safe, because you don't want the airbag accidentally going off. I popped one of the panels off here, right? And then there is another panel on this side where you gotta pop this piece off here, which I'm gonna do in a second, and I'll show you guys. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this piece here. Just takes a Phillips head screwdriver. But it should be 6 bolts if you have them all. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect everything so I know that there's no power to the airbag or anything like that. All right, so I went and unplugged about 5 plugs, 2 up top here, and then 2 down here and 1 in the side here. I'm not sure which ones correlate directly to the airbag, but I went ahead and disconnected them all just to be safe. Gonna carefully, hopefully not break any plastic pieces. There we go. The S14, if you can see, it's got safety bolts here to take out the airbag. Now, once you take the 2 bolts out on each side, it's supposed to just slide out. It's got a little male end in the center of it, but you are gonna need a T47 hex bolt with a hollow center. I picked it up at AutoZone for pretty cheap, 20 bucks. That's what the bolt looks like. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Now we're gonna get the other side. From what I've read and what I've seen, I just pull it off. So that actually is pretty easy. The infamous 6-pack. I didn't unclip some of these other clips because I'm not sure what they go to yet. I don't want to break nothing I don't have to. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. This is a 19. This with some ooga doogas. I guess you don't really have to, but it makes life easier. Now I am partially leaving it on because I gotta try to get this thing off and I don't want to smack my face. It's loose, baby. Let's get it. All right. Bolt. Yep. Voila. And that's how you remove the steering wheel. It's actually pretty easy. It's not bad. Just make sure you have the right tools. So your hex bolt and a flathead and a Phillips screwdriver, and this thing will come off pretty easy. Are my wheels straight? Damn it. So I am putting this back on. Make sure your wheel is straight when you actually take this all the way off. So gotta make sure the wheel is straight. And the wheel is now straight. And I know this is called a clock spring. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what the clock spring does for Phillips head screws, and I'm going to take it off. I'm going to be taper on it, so if I ever need to come back to it, I know it's kind of just, I place it on there just straight, and I know the right side is up, nothing's wonk, nothing's crazy, nothing's spun, so I know everything should be all right, just in case I got to put this back on. Little bad news, it didn't line up perfectly, the holes with turn signal rotation dial, because they have 3 pegs on there, and these holes are supposed to line up with them perfectly. They don't. Also, for this hub, I've seen a lot of other people do it on other videos. This had 2 pegs that stuck out. They don't actually let it sit where it's supposed to. So I had to break them off. And I just took pliers and bent them, and they snapped pretty evenly, thankfully. But I have to drill this hole to the side. I just made this one a little bigger so it slips in. That one fits fine. And then now this one, I'm just trying to get it to come to the side a little bit. I don't know if you're gonna really be able to see it, but the 3 prongs slip into the holes. Like I said, I just had to drill out the hole a little bigger. Put the 19mm bolt back on, hit it with a couple ooga doogas to be safe because I don't want anything happening. I went in and cranked it down by hand pretty well. So tighten the hell out of it. Don't strip it, but tighten the hell out of it because you don't want it to go nowhere. I don't think there's a specific orientation you need to install this, but I think I'm going to install it with the flat side down. I'm going to run the wires through and screw it in. Once in a while. All right, that's what that part looks like installed. I'm not going to mess with the horn. I'm going to figure that out. I got to look up some stuff. Oh, heck, this thing looks sweet. But I just took some cool 550 cord and did a little design on it just to try to be a little different. So now we're going to go test the steering wheel, make sure everything works right. That's kind of scary, but we got to make sure it works. I'd rather find out around the block than somewhere on the highway. All right, one thing that is different that I noticed, and I know it's because it doesn't actually fit right on those things. The turn signal doesn't turn off by itself anymore, which is okay. Also, it's since the steering wheel is closer to me, I got to actually reach for the turn signal lever. So I think that's something I'll have to get used to. That's not too bad. But overall, the feel of my steering wheel, it feels a lot better than my stock one. Well, my stock one was falling apart, so almost anything was better than that. But the steering wheel radius is a little smaller, so I noticed my turns are a little more aggressive, which is nice since I'm going to track this car. The steering input is a big deal, but everything feels really solid. Nothing feels loose, nothing's jiggling. My other gripe with this is the horn. The more I think about it, I really don't think it's NST's fault. I think it's kind of mine, honestly. So the horn will work, or the horn little button will work if you're just putting the steering wheel to the hub, not the quick release. When you really think about it, it's hard to have a horn when you have a quick release anyways, because if you're actually taking the steering wheel on and off, you're gonna have to unplug the horn every time. Man, the cops are out today. I don't know why. I was hoping to be a little devious, but really test out this steering wheel. Couldn't beat the deal for the steering wheel, the hub, and the quick release, all for 200 bucks. You really can't beat that. If you're interested in getting one, they also got it in the perforated leather. I got the Alcantara. They got other different color designs, little markings. So whatever you're kind of feeling, they kind of got. So if you want to go to their website, it's nonstoptuning.com, and you can check them out. So far, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty happy with it. Ooh. I feel cool now. Goes right back in. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped, because I know removing the S14 airbag and steering wheel can be a little tricky, along with the install of a new quick release steering wheel. So if you like this type of content, please comment, subscribe, help me out, makes me feel better about myself. And let me know if you want to see more of this type of stuff. I did get excited because I graduated with a certificate in cybersecurity this past weekend, and I went ahead and ordered some parts. Should be seeing some more stuff coming for the 240 soon. I'll make videos on that. I don't want to reveal what it is yet because it was kind of a big purchase. So till next time.